Hello, hello. Dude, I thought you weren't going to stream today. No? No, I'm good. On my schedule, Oh, whoops, that was a misprint on my part. No, on my schedule on in the Discord on the like monthly schedule, it says August, what's today? 19th. Yeah, August 19th, appetite writing sprints. That was my bad. I was flying through my weekly schedule image, but yeah, always check that master schedule because that one's going to be more accurate. But nope, I'm streaming. Clearly, I am here. I made it. No one really looks at that, to be honest. You are the only one. Oops, not that one. Whoop. Whoop. Ooh, this has some dirty ass shit. I love this song so much. Showtech is amazing. I can't wait to go and see them in October. I'm so stoked. Yeah, I realized there was a misprint on the schedule. Always check the master monthly schedule that's above my weekly schedule for more information. Thank you so much for that sub again, Agua. Thank you. And also, too, I wanted to say thank you to Silly Cat Ash over on YouTube for subbing as well. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I realized there was a typo there. I was supposed to get a tattoo this week, and then we thought we were going to get a tattoo, or not this week, last week, and then I thought I was going to get a tattoo this week, but then really, I'm actually just waiting until the end of the month because my skin is still crispy. And, I don't, yeah, oh yeah, no, I have tattoos all over my body. I literally, it's this one. It needs a touch-up really bad, and I was supposed to get a touch-up like a million years ago. And, unfortunately, I burnt the shit out of my arm, and I can't continue to, get a tattoo on top of it or get touch-ups if it's still damaged, because it'll just damage it more. So I have to wait until it's like, God, it's gotta be like 98% healed at this point, and I'm kind of to the point where I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I should just let them do it. I can still see silver skin on my body. I burnt like several layers deep into my arm, to be honest. It was really severe. I'm trying to figure out, I should really just put a bunch of Korean skincare on it. That's what I need to be doing, is I need to be trying to get some deep penetration. Not necessarily manual exfoliation, but deep penetration moisturizer to try and get this to go. Hi, Riddle. Welcome in. Yeah, I didn't blister or anything, which is what's bananas. But I can tell that the epidermis of my skin, several layers down, was like fucking torched, completely roasted. So that ain't great. So yeah, don't do that. That's the secret. Help, what's happening to you? Yeah, so it's getting slightly better, and I have effectively 10 more days to get this to chill out, so I just need to get, like, a bunch of Korean skincare masks and things on it to make it, be, I guess, not angry. Not angry. That's the goal. I am so sorry you're not feeling super, super good. That sucks, though. I hope that you feel better soon. That's gross. Yep. So long story short, the tattoo got rescheduled for a Saturday, so here I am. But Bit sleepy. That's fair. I just woke up. I did all of my social media and stuff. And then got up, and then now I have to do my work. And then later I have to work on a website, and I don't want to. And then after that I have to go to the gym. Speaking of that, I'm actually going to put in my EXP for yesterday. Because I did exercise yesterday. Sorry, let me do this before I forget. See, it was a lot of core, so that's going to be balance and agility. Let's see, I did this for 5 minutes, and then I did this for about 35 minutes. Woo! Look at that. Crazy. Wait, the time is different. What do you mean? What do you mean? This single berry blast portion from Adagio was so sour when I first steeped it. Oh god, oh yeah, yeah, see, I don't like hibiscus. That's the whole reason I can't do it. This track is sexy. Dr. P? Did someone say Dr. P? Hold on, let me go find him. Where are you, Dr. P? Let's see. What are your most popular... Ooh, Turbo Time is good, but no, we gotta add Flying Spaghetti Monster to the queue. The next song we play will be by Dr. P. Oh yeah, for me it's like 11:50. Oh damn, I really wish that they would have put out a Jak and Daxter shirt. I love how The Last of Us gets a whole ass t-shirt, but Uncharted and Jak and Daxter get fucking pins. Damn it, Naughty Dog. I added honey so it's not as sour, but damn, yeah, it's like getting punched in the mouth. No, it's true. It's true. Oh yeah, you're way behind us. That means you're over in Europe. How does it feel across the pond? Alto Haguth. How you do? We don't have Dr. Pepper at my work and it makes me mad. My boss owns another store with Dr. Pepper and I'm mad about it. That's a mood. You're like, wait, I feel like I'm being shorted here. Let me get out of here. Hold on, sorry. I gotta like do so much rearranging of my windows before I get started. Oh, which I really should 178. I really should check to see which page I was on before I delete that. Yeah. I'm in England. Honestly, if I could get a job over there, I'd be there too. I'm like, take me. Please. I had to cover for someone one day at the other store, and I was like, "I'll vibing with the Diet Dr Pepper, and now I have to go to my store and deal with Diet Coke." Yeah, I don't eat a lot of fast food just in general, so I'm like, I kind of just vibe. Although I did have the McDonald's adult Happy Meal the other day, and that shit was pretty amazing. Okay, please enjoy. Actually, legit, this is one of my favorite EDM artists. This is Dr. P, actually. Come over. I'm trying. We're probably going to go to Canada, though, because that's closer, and we don't have to move a cat over the ocean. For right now, anyway. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, I think, on my sprints for today. So it's a shorter sprint to start. I'm going to be working on my soft sci-fi body horror over here. So as per usual, there's a lot of violence in this, lots of drug use, and lots of like minor body horror elements. So if you do not want to look at that, don't scroll away. You have every opportunity to do so. Be free. But otherwise, let me know what you're working on in the chat, and we can go ahead and get started on working hard today. So I will see you on the other side of this very baby sprint, and good luck on whatever you're working on. Here we go. All right, that's it. How did we do? I did nothing. I had to fix a lot of stuff. I only wrote 600 words. That's not necessarily my fastest, but I had to figure out what the fuck Mutal smells like. Oh, hydrate. Oh, I don't have any Wawa. Jace is making bagels. Let me go start some water for some tea. I'll be right back. He loves that cheese.
Also, yeah, the only breakfast foods that we have are effectively eggs or bagels.
I'm a simple man. Okay, I'm back. My water is slowly heating up. I'm gonna have the Formosa today, I think. Sounds good to me. Yep, so right now Fawn is dealing with the fact that he's becoming slowly more and more addicted to this drug, which is not great, and it's now to the point where if somebody is using it, he can smell it from a distance, which is not normal and probably should not be happening. And also, one of the guys that they did a run with died or reasonably got, like, arrested. Also, how are the music levels today, by the way? Oh, yeah, let me turn on the sound effects for the people on YouTube, because we can do that. All I'm learning is that effectively OBS updated and fucked with all the levels is what happened. Posture check, sit up straight and stretch. Don't be crispy. Yeah. Maybe a little loud, but not terrible. Cool. I'll just bump it down to like 35, and we'll just leave it there. That'll probably be okay. Let me know if that's okay. I recognize EDM can also be kind of loud, too. Yep, I'm super stoked about where this is going, though. I just gotta, like, get this manuscript done and get it edited so that way I can start passing it forward to agents as well so that I can query multiple things at multiple times. And then the next thing I'm going to be working on is probably the... Let's see, what did I decide? So, 2029. Yeah, so it'll be then the Dimitri book, the Blockhead book after Appetite. And then, because I self-published all of the, well, I don't know, I have to maybe relook at that. That'll make sense. Because I self-published all of the Brady books, I may choose to just self-publish the Dimitri thing, but we'll see how that goes. I will have to figure that out once I get there. Then, after that, it'll be a Brady Von Altus 10-year anniversary edition, and I'm very stoked about that. Hi, Gamby. How you doing? Welcome in today. How are you? Man, kind of shorter sprints today. Not anything super crazy. Look at that. So once I get through this, we'll be on to something else. We'll be on to the Dimitri stuff, Warlock Wooing. I don't know what I'm going to call it, though. I'm not sure what this working document really is going to be called. But I also have to figure out something. I want to host a national, like, I know NaNoWriMo kind of hit the fan. Well, first they had a bunch of controversy. I won't go into it much. If you want to know the skinny about NaNoWriMo and why it's no longer alive, like the NaNoWriMo website doesn't exist anymore, let me know. There was a lot of shit going on. But that being said, people are looking for a NaNoWriMo substitute, and I'm probably going to be hosting my own inside the server, and most likely we will have a dedicated NaNoWriMo sprint time. So I'll put out a poll in the server to figure out when the best time for that will be, and it most likely will be 1 hour a night every single night in the month of November. So keep your eye out for that kind of stuff as we approach that month, because I recognize that it's like we kind of have to just like get it going, you know. So once we do that, we'll be able to figure out what time works best for everybody, and then also to you know, if you're working on a novel, what that's going to look like, how many words we need, etc. I'm going to probably bump it to 60,000 words, even though I know that that's kind of crusty. My personal goal is going to be 70,000 words, but that's predominantly because most agents and most publishing houses that I've seen will not accept novels smaller than 70,000 words. So we're going to try and actually get a full novel done, something that you can send to a publisher if you wanted to, and actually edit, you know, so.
Choose your fighter.
Oh, is this onion?
Yes, both of them are fighter. Or both of them are onion.
Both of them are fighter. I want this weird sinky boy. This guy has a sinky booty hole, guys. I have no way to describe this bagel other than, oops, it has a sinky booty hole. It makes sense. He's fine. Show us. Oh my god. Hold on. Look at it's got a crater. It's trying. And then it had this weird thing sticking off of it, so now I ate the weird thing. There's Jace. Hi, Jace.
Hi. I have this very full cup of tea for you.
Oh god. Oh no. Help! Help!
No, this is the thing for your sloth.
Thank you for my sloth butt. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our next sprint. We're going to be working for 16 minutes. I'm not going to worry about nano stuff yet. I am going to try and figure out what I'm going to be working on during that time, though. We can talk about it during the next sprint, or during the next break. I'm going to look at my list, and I'm going to make a poll, probably. Try and figure out what I'm going to write. So, that being said, let's get started on this sprint. Trying to get more writing done, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye. All right, how did everyone do? Now, today, I've written 1,300 words in 2 sprints. I'm trying to explain how Nova Prospera became a city-state, and I'm like, how do governments work? It'd be like if Jeff Bezos wanted to make Disneyland. That's legitimately the plot. There are no mango pieces in this single portion. What the fuck? I got my Formosa now. It's delightful. Yeah, effectively, this little old man is explaining effectively how this city-state system that's located inside Canada where all of these people live first got the way that it is, and then why it collapsed so bad, because effectively you have a hyper-capitalist system inside a bubble where the gap between the ultra-wealthy and the ultra-poor is insane. Like, think the Philippines, for example, or I'm trying to think of other places. Some places in, like, Vietnam, some places in Africa, some places in South America, some places in the U.S., right? So, that causes a lot of issues, and then effectively I'm having to explain how they got there in the first place, which is how they were able to effectively strong-arm the Canadian government into letting them be their own city-state in the first place, and the answer is money. Which is honestly how a lot of, like, Renaissance city-states used to get their way. Because if the Medici said jump, you asked how high. If Catherine de' Medici said, we have a, oops, sorry. Catherine de' Medici says, we have trebuchets, you say, please don't shoot me. Leonardo just twirls like a Disney princess in the background as he builds more trebuchets. And ballistas. Yeah, so effectively, like I was explaining here, this old guy's like, he's violently homeless, and he's talking about what happened to him, and how he lost his independent business to effectively Amazon. Like a massive dropshipper trading company, right? And effectively, these billionaires, it was like a collective of billionaires, funded a shitload of money into tech, agriculture, private infrastructure, and then they strong-armed the government, threatening to pull investment if they didn't get their own legal autonomy. Which, actually, fun fact, is legitimately how Disney World works. So now Canada can't tax them, regulate them, and can't step in if there's any kind of like policing issue that needs to happen. Which is why they have their own police units, and that causes a bunch of issues, and also hyper-militarization. Woo! And a massive drug problem. I'm not basing this off of real life. Not at all. Clearly. It's definitely not inspired by current events at all. I wrote this, like, I'm not even shitting you, like, a decade ago, and it's still relevant. I'm so mad. Nothing gets better, guys. I gotta feed my Snorlax. If you haven't had a snack yet today, you definitely should. See, we gotta feed the beast. That's the secret. No, I'm so sorry, Aqua. Being sick is literally the worst. Other people are nasty. I don't think I could do, like, public school today. I'd be showing up to school every single day with a mask on. I'd be like, nope, I'm good. If you breathe near me, I'm gonna be really mad. I am the beast. Cool, I fed my Snorlax. He is appeased. Okay, let me look at my thing. My little document here. I need to block this out. I'm gonna hit it with yellow. So these two are done. This one is done. This one is done. Oh, so actually, I don't know. I'm like, do I want to... Oh yeah, because there's Swallowheart. These ones that are not for like romance, I'm not going to label for Wattpad. Those two that can go though. Those are fine. All right. I'm not sure. I'm gonna maybe actually take these. I just ate a soy sauce packet. Welcome. Are you okay? Okay, the question is what brand? This is going to determine whether or not we can be friends. And yes, there is a right answer to this question. But honestly, though, probably if you can get like a Gatorade or like an electrolyte water in you, that might help. Also, probably Lee Kum Kim, I think is the brand. Or Le Choi, maybe. Le Choi is the correct answer, by the way. Kikkoman comes in close second. Actually, for me, it's Le Choi, then Lee Kum Kim, then, let me see if that's actually... the correct one that I'm thinking of. Hold on. Where is the one that I'm thinking of? Oh, Kimlon, actually. So for me, it's Le Choi, then Kimlon, then Kikkoman. So Japanese soy sauce for me comes 3. But I recognize I'm a crazy person. Okay, so this list is cleaned up now, so I'll be able to like figure out what I'm working on for yeah. any kind of semblance of future NaNoWriMo stuff. So I don't know, maybe I'll make a poll later. I really shouldn't be thinking about it until I can get done with this thing first. But I also need to make an outline. Oh yeah, LeetCode key is not bad. That one's in my top 5, but I prefer LeetCode keys like chicken powder and stuff. Kimlan for me is the elite. It's the only brand of soy sauce that I'm aware of that makes light soy versus dark soy. And I use both for different reasons. It's Asian Nor. Yeah! Yes, you're right! Also, welcome in. How are you doing today? Is your username pronounced Oiramui? Let me know if that's correct. Just because my brain is soup and that's, you know. But you're right, though. That no more accurate statement has ever been made. I'm just gonna call you Ram. Let me know. RAM like the computer RAM. How much RAM do you have in your head, Ramatra? That's all I gotta say. Hi Ava, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Just working on my soft science fiction body horror novel. So that's been fun. Ram like the fleece. Aw, I love that though. Cool. I dig it. Thank you for letting me know. That Ramatra line from Overwatch is the funniest shit of all time, though. Alright, let me roll my dice and figure out how long our next sprint is going to be. Yeah, so we're in here working on sprints. For those of you who have never joined a sprint stream before, they're pretty popular among the writing community. Effectively, what we do is, at least for me, wow, this is going to be the shortest sprint of all time, apparently. Literally, not at the shortest possible that we could have rolled, but it's going to be hella short. So first, I roll dice, and then we effectively work for that given period of time. So I rolled a 5. Soft science fiction is like the dentist in the family of doctors. Kind of. For me, the reason I call this soft science fiction is because the focus itself is not on science fiction, but it has science fiction elements in it, if that makes sense. And also, too, while things are plausible, the focus is not necessarily on the actual execution of the plausibility of the science, versus my hard science fiction, Fatal Mechanisms, which is about transhumanism, AI, whether or not it's physically possible, what self-actualized robots look like. I feel like also to, let me think about what else, making sure the technology actually functions in a realistic way, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I classified this one as a soft science fiction, mostly just because it's not really super focused. Underappreciated, secretly important for modern society, and you hope that they're actually well educated, otherwise you have a poor experience. Oh my god, did you mean the because magic science systems that exist out there where they don't fucking explain anything? No, you're right though. Yeah, I do my best to try and stay as researched as I possibly can, even when the science fiction elements aren't super, super heavy, if that makes sense. Oh, I love myself some humanoid robots. That's literally the entire topic of, Fatal Mechanisms as a novel covers a lot of topics on human empathy, or on empathy just in general, and what it means to be empathetic, what it means to be sentient, and what it means to be good thereby. Because you have a lot of different beings who have achieved sentience in different ways, and they all process reality in different ways. So whether it's the super empathetic salamander people trying to get others to understand that, like, war is not the answer, or the scientist who has completely disconnected portions of his brain in order to not feel empathy, or an android, i.e., this is Atari actually, this little PNG tuber that I have, an android who is self-actualized but is pissed at everyone and is now like trying to cope with his own feelings of body dysmorphia because he feels like he's human, but he's not human and he doesn't know how to process those things. Versus the AI that created him and has abandoned the world that she ended up creating, versus the villain, who is literally a sentient plant, who has used technology and AI to give herself a physical moving form. So that's definitely like Fatal Mechanisms. That's the core of it. Is it's like, how do all of these different ideas of being alive and what it means to take care of others and empathy interplay with each other, and when people's ethical systems don't line up, what happens then? The answer is fascism. So, I'm waiting for people to pick up that book for query. We'll see. I love myself some humanoid robots. Sci-fi is Game of Thrones with metal trees. I don't know if I agree with that one. I think it depends on who you're reading for sci-fi, because it depends on if you're writing a political sci-fi or not. Mine happens to be particularly political because it deals with militarized fascism, but like this soft sci-fi that I'm writing is nothing like Game of Thrones. There's no politics really. Like there's a little bit of a commentary on classism and on hyper-capitalism, but it's not necessarily like there's no politics in it, if that makes sense. I feel like Game of Thrones as a political fantasy is hyper-focused on like the War of the Roses style storytelling, which not all science fiction is. Oh, that's valid. Yeah, no, that starts to get, again, that's like an ethical no-no. Yeah, I talk about that a lot in my book, too, where a lot of people want to treat Atari like a piece of shit because they think that he's a robot and he doesn't feel anything, and he actually does feel, and then he throws his longboard at their head, and then they get upset because he's violent. It's like, gee, wonder why that happened. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump back in and try and write as many words as I can in 5 minutes. So I don't see that going very well, but we're going to try. So I will see you back in about 5 minutes. Let me know if you're working on anything. You can, during these sprints, you can feel free to work on your own writing, work on art, work on playing games, chat with people, whatever you'd like to do in the chat. But we'll be back in 5, so I'll see you soon. Okay, that was the shortest sprint of all time. Also, hi, Rhyme. I'm in class, but we doing nothing. Oh, oof. I got 4 reads so far. Very nice, very nice. That's exciting. This mango tea tastes good, but not like mango, just vaguely of fruit. Wow, that's rough, though. So, yeah, Fawn's sister has given old people some food. She did it. I'm gonna head out. I need a nap. Okay, well, I hope that you can sleep it off at least a little bit. I hope you feel better soon. Being sick is awful. Oh, nice. That was enough time for the stove to make my instant ramen. Fantastic. I'm gonna do a shorter break because that sprint was so heckin' short. It was really short. I'm slowly working through these thank you cards. So far, I got 3 out of 37 done. You're doing it. Thank you for writing all of those and not making your delightful husband that you love so much have to suffer through that. Plus, you have better handwriting than me. I appreciate Jace a lot, in case you guys can't tell. Wow, what the fuck are these sprints? What is this? What are you, Dice? What do you mean? How is this possible? Need a new D20. No, because, like, the last time, like, every other stream I've ever done, it's, like, 28, 25, 20, 20, 18, 15, 20, 20, and then today it's, like, 2! Sometimes that's just the way it goes. I gotta leave it there. I gotta leave it alone. Fawn just learned that his girlfriend's dad is probably the reason for socioeconomic collapse in this area, so that's cool. That's fun. Yikes forever. I'm gonna set up a poll in the Discord. I need to come up with a clever name that is not... It's not NaNoWriMo, but it sounds like NaNoWriMo. Okay, I need to figure out what I'm doing. Damn right! Ooh, I will literally go to bat for that shit for forever. No, Jace is right. Yes, if you want a good mango black tea, it's not decaf, but holy shit. So good. All right, y'all, which sounds better? Is it Wordvember? Or is it Right-vember, or is it... No, it's either one of those. Is it Wordvember or Right-vember? Those are the two questions. Like, if you were to replace NaNoWriMo with something, would it be Wordvember or Right-vember? That is the question. Because NaNoWriMo obviously doesn't exist anymore, because it's self-imploded. Okay, we got one vote for Wordvember. Drapvember, November. No, we need something that's not going to make people have a short circuit in their brain whenever they look at the word. That starts to get into the novel blur territory where people on Tumblr put the blur at the end of everything, and all of a sudden the words start to get fucking ridiculous. Draftvember is not a bad one, though. Okay, so if we had to pick between Wordvember and Draftvember, which is the best one? I'm gonna let y'all think about that. Think about that while we do this next 8-minute sprint, and we'll be back soon. Here we go. All right. That was it. How did we do? Again, it was another baby short one. Not anything crazy. So far, we got 2,000 words in this chapter. Oh, this is another one of those mega chapters. Oh, well, it's not that bad. I don't know. I have my Mr. Noodles now. Amazing. Ah, so we were trying to decide, Cal, between Draftvember and Writevember. Or sorry, Draftvember and Wordvember. Which one do you like more? Also, everybody hydrate. I think what Jace meant is that they're going to be going from Drawtober, which is the month before, into Draftvember. So from writing or art into writing. My intent for this definitely would not be to be a challenge that's both art and writing. It would only be for writing, if that makes sense. Top of the Morning has an Orange Blossom Oolong that's limited edition. Oh, why would you say that to me? I don't got any money, Jace. How do we bribe Kenny? Kenny's got a job. Yeah, so knowing that, is it still Draftvember or would you change back to Wordvember? Nope, I got a query rejection. Yay. I love being an author. I'm gonna get one, motherfuckers. Okay, that means I gotta fill out another query today. And they never give you, like, any reason either. It's always just like, well, I can't represent it this time. And it's like, okay. Yeah, that's true, because NaNoWriMo has novel in it, right? Because the goal is to write a whole novel. That's fair. Y'all are going to have to fight each other for it. Also, I finally rolled a big sprint. I did it. Yeah, see, but then I have to do so many polls. I'm so tired. That was why I was hoping that there were more people in here. I can't see how many people are in the Twitch anymore because fucking Stream Elements got rid of my ability to do that. So that's cool. I relent to Chase. I'm not fighting the husband. I can't. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I can't. Y'all are too much. Let me figure out how many words that would be a day. So people are going to have to be writing 2,100 words. Or truly 2,083 words per day. I'm going to make this poll here. Whoops. Silly me. Okay. Now I get to go over here. We got to go back over to the things that I have never worked on. And I'm going to just randomly pick from this list. So we got 20 books. Gay Gaston book. What did I call that? Hold on, I have a name for that thing. Tactical Lover Jace, I can. Gaston thing. What did I call this thing? Do I have a name for this? Oh, I didn't start writing it. Yeah, this thing. Me doing a tactical role would be a lot like Kinger in that new Digital Circus episode. I can't. Kinger's little fucking non-existent legs, dude. I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me with Kinger's non-existent legs. Okay, we got Gay Gaston, Beauty and the Beast. We got... Oh. Excuse Us. We got Excuse Us While We Save the World, which is a YA superhero teen. Let's see. These are technically 3 novellas. This is effectively a how did we get here set of novellas. Okay, so we start with Boris. That makes sense. I don't know what this thing would be called, but... I'm just going to keep adding answers until Discord tells me I can't anymore. And let everybody vote. Oh, it rolled 12 again. Oh, I can add so many poll answers. What is the maximum amount of polls that we can do on Discord? When will it stop? Did it generate 12 again? Okay, apparently it really wants me to work on Brady Von Alta shit. Oh my god, I can just keep going. What is the maximum? Does anybody know the answer to this? I'm still going. Okay, well, we're going with it. I'll just keep going until it tells me to stop. Oh, cool. Okay. I got so much shit to write. Okay. I'm gonna give everybody 3 days to fill this shit out. Or maybe a day. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let me save that, close that. Okay, I posted the poll to the Discord. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into this next stream. Let me know what you think I should be working on over NaNoWriMo. And if I finish one, I'll move on to the other, because some of these, like these novellas, I'm going to need to probably do, like, 2 of them in order to hit the nano, or, like, the Draftvember, like, word count, for example. I'm going to pick my top 3. All right, but I'm going to jump into this sprint, so here we go. I'll see you on the other side. Let's get to it. Alright, that's it. How'd y'all do? I had to fix my stuff, I realized. I'm so close to being done with this chapter, I might just try and, like, finish this son of a bitch today. Oh, I'm gonna have to... There's 204 instances of this. Lord. Alright, so this is gonna be kind of a formatting nightmare that I did to myself. Actually, what I can do is find double space, replace with single space, replace all, yes. Okay. That should have fixed it, actually. We should be okay. Oh, you're doing great. Okay, sounds good. Everybody wants gay Gaston, that's all that I'm learning. Everybody wants gay Gaston. Okay, let me see if I can finish this shit. I want to see him in situations that would get us banned from Twitch. I actually won't be able to work on those scenes if those things do happen. Because, yes, it very likely would be super erotic. I don't have a full... Well, I do have, like, a full-ish outline. Effectively, the premise is a monster hunter struggling to fulfill his duty and a young man ostracized by the town due to his identity and secret sex work. Childhood friends Nicodème Thalay and Florian Perrault navigate their forbidden attraction amidst a looming goblin threat, ultimately embracing their love while fighting to protect their town from a misunderstood hobgoblin king. So the shit is not at all like what people would be aware, or I guess like expecting of this whole thing. So effectively we have two gays, and I probably end up breaking this back down because I have this separated out into 3 seasons, but Wattpad isn't doing the seasons thing anymore. So I need to combine all of this into one standalone novel. And I think that they only want completed works now, but like at this point I'm not sure, so I'm just going to write it as though it is completed. But yeah, effectively the main thing is that it follows the plot of standard Disney Beauty and the Beast, where an inventor, a man named by the name of Louis de La Fontaine, goes missing, and he was kidnapped by forest goblins and potentially the brutal hobgoblin king. So Nico and Florian are investigating this disappearance while battling with the complexities of their relationship. They fall in love with each other. They defend the town, but then as things start to get weird, then the daughter of La Fontaine ends up getting... Vivienne de La Fontaine, the daughter of Louis de La Fontaine, is held captive by the Goblin King, who is revealed to be a cursed human. And they attempt to rescue her, but then she doesn't want to come home. So... In the final act, Vivienne, now sympathetic with the Hobgoblin King, refuses to poison him, complicating the rescue. Nico and Florian, along with the Hobgoblin King, must set aside their differences to work together to thwart a massive goblin assault on Lushat. So in this version, Gaston is actually going to be working with the Beast despite being a monster hunter his whole life, and so that's really his problem, is that effectively the vibe is that his family is like, you have to be hyper masculine and you have to be this monster killer, and you cannot be like gay. And then this other guy is also struggling with that. So it's going to be interesting. It might not be what people expect, but it's going to be gay as fuck. That's really the secret. My fingers twitch and type multiple letters at the same time. But he's inspired by Trevor Belmont, not Gaston. Yeah, Nicodem. Yeah, it's a very academic name. It comes from the Latin Nicodemus. Whoops. Okay, bye. I'm gonna be done very soon. I just have to finish this damn chapter. I have like 2 more pages to go. So actually, let me do one more quickie little sprint. Oh my god, I threw the D20 on the ground. I'm just gonna do another quick, like, 10-minute stream, or 10-minute sprint. So let's do a really short one. Let me just get through this last section, and then I'll have to call it for the day. So here we go. I'm almost there. Okay, let me finish this tea. Son of a gun. I have like literally one more paragraph. Come on. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, we actually wrote a lot. Not the worst. Oh, we got a self-care combo. Posture check, sit up straight. Oh. Okay, unfortunately. No, this is not the worst. This is not the worst. So in total, let me see how bad this chapter is. Hopefully it's not just like a fucking brick of text. Ugh, 4,000 words. Hold on. I gotta fix something here. Because this is... Oh, God, this is too much. I'm gonna have to really make sure that I didn't fuck up these ellipses. But we'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm actually going to get rid of this line, and then I'm going to say insert page break, and we're going to put that here like this. What do I want to call this chapter? Okay, actually, I like this. Almost there. Okay, so now let me double check how many words this thing is. Because I cannot have a chapter that is like a fucking monstrosity. That's not going to work. Okay, 2,600. That's pretty good. And then this one is only 1,200. That's fine. It could be worse. It's the natural place where one scene ends and another begins, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Could be worse. Alright, I will figure this out, the next chapter out, the next time. I'm still chugging through this. This is a big-ass fucking book. I don't even know how many words this was originally. Because we're on 191 out of... $363. So, that's a whole thing. Well, thank you so much for everybody who did sprints with me today. We did a good job. And, yeah, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. So, overall, I feel like I wrote a shitload. I'm going to go and do my stuff with, my actual job. So I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Thank you so much again to Aqua for resubbing. And again, thank you to Silly Cat Ash for subscribing on YouTube. I appreciate that a lot. And I will see everybody next time. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.